So yesterday we worked on a bunch of circles, and we didn't even come up with a quote because I feel like I call them Zen circles, so I feel like that in itself is the quote. But in going through this book, I found lots of pictures of quilts or quilts ideas that I had drawn out. And I've printed a few over the last week or two. I think I'm just going to make a quilt page and add a quote to it. And I found an empty page in here in the middle somewhere. I have changed my project for August. Since I last told you, I already had my project picked out. I don't know why I feel like I have to do a project that encompasses a whole month. I blame it on December Daily. It just got me in that mindset. Oh, I love that. But I have a project and I have already changed my mind. It is my prerogative, mainly because I'm a little scared to do it. I'm not sure I have the skills to do it the way I want to do it, and therefore I'm afraid to do it. Completely wrong. I know. But, I mean, as far as using that as a mantra, I'm afraid to do it wrong, so I'm not going to do it at all. But I kind of live my life like that. Thus, I'm not very adventurous. But I printed a bunch of quilts that I want to do. And I hate that Pic Collage puts their logo down here. And I even have the one with no ads. But it is what it is. So these are all quilts that I have been looking at lately and highly motivated by. And I think they would make a pretty page in a pack rat book, especially a pack rat like me who loves quilts and has been putting them in books since apparently 2008. If you watched yesterday's video. I did come across a bunch of other journals. I knew I had more somewhere. I came across them, so my shelf is overflowing. But guess what? I'm making like 4 more currently. Okay, anyhow, backtrack, blah, blah, blah. Rewind. My project is going to be, yesterday I alluded to it, something with Mark Twain. And it's practicing for the other project that I really want to do that I'm afraid that I won't do it right. So I'm going to use Mark Twain to practice with. But it will probably be a 60-day project. So if I bore you by doing the same project for 60 days, the next 60 days may not be for you. But it's the same process that I do. Kind of mixed media, journaling, adding things, ephemera, from here, there, and everywhere. And kind of taking bits and pieces and making it something that I can relate to. Kind of what I do normally. And so that is going to be my project. No more. I'm doing the I'm alluding to future events thing. But I'm really excited about it. And I don't plan my videos out. They happen spontaneously. I want them to happen spontaneously. I have said this before. I let the paper tell me what to do. I don't say, okay, yesterday you practiced on a piece that you had green right here. Let's put green right here today again. I don't do that. it works for other people. It doesn't work for me. It's too confining for me. But I do, and I have said this before in other videos, need on a project kind of like a plan, a little bit of a plan. What do I call it, Kurtie? Kind of like when I did my national parks project, I had a guideline to go by. Well, I'm making the guideline right now so that I focus, stay focused, don't get sidetracked. Do the man, Mark Twain, justice, and kind of have a action plan, because I can get quite scattered and don't complete sentences and things like that all the time. And so therefore I'm working on the action plan right now. Now, I wonder if I should put a piece of paper under this, or because there's so many different colors, it could get a little bit overwhelming. Just let the words be in the background. These are all very abstract art pieces made out of fabric, except for that one. That's my bedroom after I moved a couch in there with my dog sitting on the bed. That's the latest quilt I just made. But most of these are really abstract art pieces, which I love. Okay, that's a little bit too linear for me. Oh, I hate that. I'm going to have to do something I can. So my quote is going to be, positivity always wins. Always. I've never heard of this man. Gary Vaynerchuk? Never heard of him, but I agree with that. Positivity always wins. Maybe not immediately, but eventually. And hopefully today I will be able to go through my Positivity Passport and do all my pages and catch up on my numbers and write in my Positivity Passport what that day led me to that prompt, or I mean that quote. I feel like what I do with a little bit of a game plan or outline is kind of what prompts do. Kind of give you something to, a goal to focus on. Just enough guidance that the paper can still dictate the final result. Okay, I need to leave a hole for the quote. Which, where is that one picture? I've already lost it. Here. We're going to put this at the bottom, the one that has the Pic Collage logo, and cover it up with part of the quote. Put the quote down here at the bottom. I love, love, love all of these on display. And it gets them out of my phone, and I have more room now for other things. They're basically just inspiration. I'm going to put a picture at the end here of one of the quilts I just did, which is a door hanging on our front door. And it's using a bunch of gray scraps that I had but it's off this process of a small piece, using up scraps, and doing a lot of, the quilting part is a lot of lines, repetition of lines in different patterns, which I kind of like that process. Oh, love. Love this color. That's just me right there in a nutshell. All right, let me find something to write on for my quote. Ah, I know. All these bright colors, I can use this little paper pad. I think I'm going to use yellow. If you hear my stomach growling again, sorry. Sometimes it's loud. There. You know what? That really doesn't cover that up. I'm going to cut it off. Isn't there some way to get their logo off your paper? And I'll put my quote right there. Yes. Ooh, black and white washi. Oh, look what I just found. For yesterday. Circles, lots and lots of circles. In my washi tape drawer. In case I ask you where they are again. Tell me, they're in a washi tape drawer. I'm looking for black and white circle washi tape. Polka dots. Because I like those as a border on a quilt. And I might, aha. Oh, but you know what? This washi tape is pitiful. Here, we'll use this. Oh, wait a minute. There's little black and white hearts. Okay. All right, I'm going to write this in black pen. I think I'm going to cut this a little bit. Nope. Need to leave room for the tape. Positivity always wins. Always. Gary Vaynerchuk. Never heard of this. Vaynerchuk? Vaynerchuk. Okay. I hope this holds it down. Let's glue it a little bit too. Oh, this I love. You know what? I'm going to use this one. It's a little bit wider. But a lot of people love using black and white to do the binding, which is the final step in a quilt, traditional quilting. And I think it adds a lot of character myself. So we're going to put black and white around our quote. Ooh, no, 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 no. Why is that ripping? That's not good. Positivity always wins. Always. I love that. With, oh, should I take black? Stop. Let it rest. I went too far with the green the other day. Or whatever I did. It's a little too much. Although looking at it now, it works in the overall scheme of things, right? Ay, ay, ay. I love that. Okay. Look how fat this is. Oh, look at that. Wouldn't have it any other way. These are all the fonts of the letters that I'm just collecting different fonts and adding them in here. Who did this? Caged Fish? I think that's where I got this idea from. Love it. Some I have done, some I have collected, some are stamps on paper, some are logos, some are titles from magazines. Love it. And then it goes into my pack rat book. Starting with dogs. Thanks for watching. See you all tomorrow. Bye.